then before you get like down and your face is down, when we're gonna do smushy lips. So we'll keep our lips together and we'll do the little smushy lips. We're gonna do the ooh-ee, so you go with your mouth, and then we'll just do eyebrows. So you're just gonna get surprised and then not surprised. When we're in our down dog shape, it's so from our eyebrows all the way down the back of the body, down into the bottoms of the feet, we have this fascial connection. So it's just about like kind of getting into a place, holding it, and then moving the fascia a little bit. So make your way to the tall side of your chair, and just in standing position, I won't make us be there for 9 minutes. Just for a moment, feel the tall surface of your chair underneath your hands. Feel your feet connected to the ground. If it feels comfortable enough, let your eyes close down, let your shoulders soften. Take a nice gentle breath in through your nose and exhale as slow as you can. And before we move to a position with the body, take a second here just to set that good intention to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice. Never do anything that would cause your mind or your body pain. Treat yourself with love, care, and respect. And with that intention being set, eyes open, you're going to do a little calf raise. You're just going to lift your heels a little bit gently away from the ground and then float the heels down, dorsiflex, pull up the toes and the balls of the feet. Lift your heels up away from the ground. And it's not about like going full crazy height with the calf raise. It's just kind of waking up the low limbs. Lift the toes and the balls of the feet. Lift your heels up away from the ground. Lift the toes and the balls of the feet. Go for just a couple more just to wake up your feet, wake up your ankles, make sure everything's feeling good, and getting that connection. Where are you connected to the surface of the workspace that you're in, to your chair, to the ground beneath you? All right, and then when you feel ready for it, we're walking back to that down dog shape. So you're going to go hands staying connected to the surface of your chair. And then how you adjust is just going to kind of be like what feels good to you. So you could go forearms resting, hands resting, elbows resting. Position yourself so you can get into that shape in a way that makes sense. Take a moment to notice your breath. And then little micro adjust. Does it feel good to put a little soft bend into your knees? Does it feel good to lift your head and slightly look forward, or does it feel better to let your chin rest slightly towards your chest? Can you stay in your down dog shape and just get a little lift and lower of your toes? Just your toes, not the toes and the balls of the feet, just the toes coming up and down. And then keeping your toes moving up and down, can you add that little eyebrow lift? So your eyebrows are going to lift as the toes lower. And don't worry about it being like some sort of perfect coordination, just getting that fun, playful movement, moving the eyebrows up and down, lifting the toes up and down. Take one more moment there and then let your eyebrows relax, let your toes soften. And now lips together, smush your lips from side to side. One more smush of your lips from side to side, and then take it to that ooh-ee. So we make an ooh shape with the mouth and then an e shape with the mouth. One more moment with that ooh-ee of the mouth, and then let everything have a moment of stillness. Face muscles relaxed, muscles in the back body relaxed. Slow, deep, intentional breath. And then keeping in mind that sometimes when we come out of those yin postures, those longer holds, there's that little that dull ache that comes into the body. So we're going to come up slowly and then gently move just a touch. When you're ready, put a nice soft bend in your knees. Use your strength in your legs and slowly start to walk yourself forward. Let your arms relax as you come up, and then take a little shrug and roll of the shoulders. Just let your arms kind of loosen up any of that stiff, sticky stuff that comes up. All right, one more good shrug and wiggle of the shoulders. We're going to turn sideways, and then we're going to crisscross the legs. So the outer leg is going to crisscross over the leg that's closer to the chair. Then we're going to go big good morning stretch. And when we go big good morning stretch, it's going to be a side bend, and you're going to flip your palm so that the palm faces up towards the ceiling, and you spread your fingers nice and wide. So take a nice side bend reach, flip your palm up towards the ceiling, and then in that side bend reach, take that inhale to yawn and reach from your palm down to the side of your hip. And then as you exhale, soften and come out of it just a little bit, and then go back into the side bend. Inhale, do that yawn and reach and stretch. Exhale to come out of it just a little bit, and then do it one more time. Inhale, do that yawn and reach and stretch. Soften, but stay in a little bit of a side bend. Now rotate like you're trying to shine your heart up towards the sky, and turn your head and look up towards the ceiling and take a nice big breath. Release that rotation of your heart. Come up and out of your side bend nice and slow. Give that arm a little shoop and a little wiggle. And then we're going to change the work to the other side. I'm going to split my chair around. You spin yourself around in a way that makes good sense. Once you're flipped around, the outer leg crisscrosses over the inner leg. And then we take it into that big good morning stretch, and we go into that palm facing up, little side bend and reach, and we inhale to get that nice pandiculation, that stiffening stretch, and then exhale takes us into a little softness. And then we do it again. Inhale, yawn and reach and stretch. Exhale, we find a little softness. One more time. Inhale, yawn and reach and stretch. Exhale, a little softness, but stay in that side bend. Now rotate like you're trying to shine your heart up towards the sky. Turn your head, look up towards the ceiling, take a nice big breath. Lovely. And then soften and release. Shoot out that shoulder, uncross your legs. Take a second to get everything nice and... All right, now we're going to make our way to a seated position. You'll want your yoga block nearby. And then some of the positions, it's just going to be like what feels like the best position for you today. So we're going to start by putting the yoga block to the inside of one leg, and we're just looking for a little bit of activation of the inner thigh muscle, a little external rotation. So we're doing the blade edge hop. So you're picking up the leg, tap the block with the blade edge of your foot or pinky side of your foot. Just putting a little bit of energy, a little bit of heat into the legs. And then when we go into our figure four, it's going to be a long hold. So we're going to go into figure four for 3 minutes on each side. So you just want to kind of get a sense here, like, where are you at today? Where's your range of motion at? What's going to feel really good? Would it feel better to stay in a block position and fold? Or would it feel better to hop the leg all the way up and over into that figure four shape and then hold? And then you're going to see, would a fold feel good? So because we're in that yin positioning, yin is a cold practice. So we just get into the shape and then we let the body soften and relax. So you want to go not necessarily to your like crazy edge or all warmed up, but where you feel a little bit of sensation. And then you ask your body, what can you soften? Can you soften the muscles around your butt? Can you soften the muscles around your jaw? We've already been here for a minute. Do you feel like there's more room to fold? Do you feel like there's more of a call to come a little bit away from it? Give yourself the appropriate depth so that it feels beneficial. And then we don't have a specific pranayama breath control practice that we use, but we use our breath as a barometer. So we do want to make sure that we can breathe comfortably in and out through the nose in a nice gentle state. And although we don't use the pranayama in the specific breath controlled work, I do like to use the breath as sort of that's where all the movement is coming from. Once you get into a posture and you're holding that stillness, the breath is still moving within your body. So let that breath be the movement of your practice. Slow, deep, intentional breaths. And for this one, I breathe all the way down to my butt bones, and then a slow, intentional exhalation. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow. Take your time as you come up out of your fold. Take your time as you help lift that leg up and off, and then set it down in a place that feels good so you can just get a little windshield wiper action. So you just want to put that little bit of, move that stiff, sticky energy that comes as you move away from that pose. And then once you feel like you've moved it just enough, it feels a little bit warmer, a little bit more alive, then we're going to take the yoga block, put it to the inside of that foot leg. And now we're going into those blade edge foot hops to the other side. So we just hop the leg up, touch that pinky side of the foot. One side might always be different from the other. So you want to tune in and notice, like, where is your range at today? Where's your level? Where's your body feeling like it wants to go? Little bit of warmth into the leg just to kind of get that sort of space into the thigh bone hip socket. And then once you feel ready for it, either you're resting on the block and folding there, or you're taking it up and over. You're going to go where it feels good on this side, because one side might be different from the other and we don't need to be symmetrical. We just want to position ourselves to where our body feels good about it. And then once you've got a little fold forward, ask yourself, what can you soften? Can you soften your thighs? Can you soften your shoulders and your armpits just a little bit? Is the big toe that's on the ground gripping? Can you soften your big toe that's on the ground? And then as you soften the big toe that's on the ground, can you soften the space between your eyebrows and just imagine your eyebrows are melting away from each other? And we've already been here a minute, so maybe there's room for more. Maybe you sink a little bit deeper forward, or maybe you find that there's room to come a little bit away. So go where it feels good so you can find that next edge if it's shown up. And then check back in with your breath. We want that good quality in breath coming in slow and intentional. And a nice, soft, slow exhalation. Take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, slowly, slowly, slowly bring yourself up and out. Help lift that leg off. Take a second to give it that little bit of windshield wiper action. And then we look for that feeling like there's a little bit more warmth, that increased blood flow that comes right back in. And then once you've wiggled it just enough, now we're going to take our yoga block tall setting. You're going to hop one foot on, but for this one, we're going straight forward. And what we want is to shoot for like a little bit of compression into the front pocket of the jeans. So we put that leg up onto the yoga block, and then you're just going to soften over the leg. And then once you're here, there's not much else to do except for to breathe. If you want just that little bit of big toe work, you can always hold the 4 small toes down and just get that big toe moving up and down. But if you're like, stillness is where it's at for me today, then stay in that more still position, because you've already compressed. You've got a little bit of hip flexion. You've got that nice closed off position in that front pocket of the jeans. And then you breathe nice and slow and deep. Because the belly and the chest are a little bit compressed against your thigh, use that for feedback and breathe like you're trying to breathe breath into the back of the rib cage and into your low back. Take one more breath. And then slowly come up and away from that compression of the front of your hip. And you're just going to kick that leg off, and you're going to lean out and away. So you're just going to stretch that leg nice and long. And then you can even put your hand to the top of your thigh or to the top of the waist, almost as if you're trying to just kind of pull that seam apart, right? Like put a little space into that hip and take a big breath right down into the front pocket of your jeans. And then once you've pulled that seam apart just enough, get it soft again. And then we're going to hop that leg back right up onto the block. But now we're going to take our opposite elbow, and you're going to see if you can get your elbow to clip across your knee, and then into a little bit of rotation. And then where that back arm gets positioned is kind of going to be what feels available and comfortable. So maybe it holds onto the back of the chair. Maybe it tucks behind you into a little half bind. Find a little bit of, it's a little squeezed off space, right? So find that squeezed off space, and then take some slow, deep, intentional breaths. So you want to use that breath like it's trying to nudge all the tight spaces. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, slowly, slowly, slowly come out nice and slow. Give your spine, give your nervous system that nice bit of slow time to come up and out. And then with both feet on the ground, take a little gentle cat-cow. As you inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. And as you exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, tuck chin to chest. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. Last one, think pandiculation or think big good morning stretch as you go. Inhale, lift your chest, stretch from your sternum to your chin. Get that nice big yawning stretch. And then as you exhale, same thing, round your back, put a bunch of space into the shoulder blades, and then get that yawning, stiffening stretch through the back of your body. And then on your next inhale, come on up. And then we're going to take the work to the other side. So you're going to pass that yoga block tall setting over to your other foot, hop your foot on. And we're looking for that compression of that hip crease. So you're going to squish over the front pocket of your jeans. And then once you've got that position, if you want more work, you hold the small toes down and just get that big toe moving up and down. But if you're like, stillness is where it's at for me today, leave everything off and just allow the breath to do the work. Think of your breath as your movement today. Breathe like you're trying to breathe and nudge any tight spaces. Breathe into your back, the back of the shoulder blades, back of the rib cage, and see if you can send breath all the way down to your low back. Take one more breath here. And then slowly, slowly, slowly bringing yourself up and out. You're going to hop that leg off of the block carefully, stretch it out, lean back, and then hands to help manipulate. So you go up a little above the hip bone, down a little bit, and then like you're just trying to stretch out the front pocket of your jeans. Tug on the skin just a little bit. Take a nice big breath. And then when you're ready, release nice and slow. And then we hop that leg back up onto the block, and then the opposite elbow finds that knee. But really, if that's not like a comfortable reach, you can always go hand. You don't have to go for that elbow. It does really close the space off. Get into your rotation, and then that backhand wherever it wants to land, back of the chair, tucked behind you a little bit, clear it out of the way just comfortable enough. And then in this tighter twisted position, it does feel more compressive. So we use our breath. Take slow, deep, filling up breaths. Let the breath move and nudge any of those tight spaces. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, slowly, 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 gently unwind. Take your time as you unwind. Give your spine and your nervous system that little bit of slowness. And then come off of that block. Take a second, get your feet on the ground and back to your cat-cow. As you inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. As you exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, tuck chin to chest. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. And then on this last one, make it that big good morning stretch. As you inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, yawning stretch from the sternum to the chin. Get that nice big stiffening stretch. And then as you exhale, take it into the back, round the back body, put that nice big intentional push into that upper back body. Find that yawning stretch in the back. And then come up nice and slow. Take a second just to give your legs a little windshield wiper action. Give your shoulders a little shoop, 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 and a wiggle. And now we're going to go into a nice wide position. So you're going to walk your legs out as just as wide as feels good. We're going to take our yoga block. Yoga block is going to be on tall setting. We're going to fold into the tall setting of the yoga block. And then once you get there, if you feel like there's a little bit more room to walk the legs out a little bit wider, go ahead and take them there. Go only where it feels good, a little positive stress. And then once you feel that little positive stress, allow your breath to come back in. Slow, deep, intentional breaths. Take one more breath, but before we move away from this folded position, take your left arm and you're just going to go for that palm facing forward situation again. Think yawning stretch. You're going to reach a little across, like you're reaching over to the right, maybe a 45-degree angle. You're slightly folded, your palm is flipped, and you're going to take a nice big yawning stiffening breath. And then your exhale will take you into softness. Float that hand back to your yoga block. Take it over to the other side. Reach your right arm a little over and across to the left. Flip the palm so it's facing out. That nice 45-degree reach, and then take that yawning, stiffening stretch. Take an inhale like you're getting that pandiculation. And then let your exhale take you into a little softness. Come back to center. And then slowly bring your hands up to your knees, your thighs. Push into your thighs. Come up nice and slow. Walk your feet back in together. Take a second, little windshield wiper action. All right, now where your hands land, or excuse me, where your feet land for this next one is just going to kind of be what feels good. So for me, I love putting my feet up on the block because it puts my feet, I'm a shorty, so I like it. It feels good. But you might be tall, so you might like your feet flat on the ground. We're going to give ourselves a hug. So you're going to go one arm on top, one arm on bottom, and then you're going to see if you can just kind of catch some skin a little bit, and you're going to kind of pull that skin forward, and then you're going to do a little soften round. So you're going to tuck your chin towards your chest. You're going to get that little tug, and the tug of the skin is more about getting that fascia to pull apart from the spine and that upper back body. So give yourself your hug, give a little tug to that skin, and then a little slight rounding of the back. So it puts all of that space into your back body, and then just let your breath slow down a little bit here. Take one more breath, and then as you're ready to do so, lift up and out. Open your arms nice and wide and expand your chest. Open up through the armpit chest, through the sternum to the chin. Get that whole front of your body nice and opened up. And then we're going to take our hug to the other side. So you're going to switch the cross in your arms. Get a little catch so you can hold on to a skin or just put a little tug into that. And touch. More breath. Up, open your arms, expand your chest, spread your fingers, lift your heart, lift your chin, stretch out from the armpits to the sternum to the chin. Get that nice big opening. And then when you're ready, soften everything. Take a second, give your shoulders a little shoop and a little wiggle. Give your head a little bit of movement. Reduce any of that stiff, sticky stuff around the upper body. And then scoot your butt back into your chair, legs wherever they feel the most comfortable. Resting on your yoga block, resting on the ground. Go for what feels good. And then we're going to see if we can just take a second to bring hands to the soft tissue of the abdomen. If your nervous system wants that little extra something, you're going to go onto the left side and push over just a smidge so that you're smushing the stomach side over to the right just a little bit. And then let your eyes close down. Let the muscles in your abdomen soften. The muscles around your shoulders and your armpits soften. If you've got your hands on the left side of your belly and you smushed over just a little bit, go ahead and release that gentle pressure. Let your hands come back to just a soft resting position without any compression. Allow your breath to come back in slow and deep. And then when you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And take your time allowing that awakening. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Think about the marma points and those little energy points between your fingers and between your toes. And then when you feel a slightly deeper breath come back into your body, move some other parts. Move your wrists, move your ankles. And then when you feel that next slightly deeper breath come back into your body, lift your back away from your chair, set your feet nice and solid down on the ground. We're going to go for a little jock nod. So you're going to tilt your ear to shoulder. And then once you've got ear towards the shoulder, do a little jock nod like you're saying, what's up with your chin? And just get a little stretch from chin down to shoulder. Take a nice big breath. Release the jock nod, keep ear to the shoulder, take a second. And then up and over to the other side. Find that ear to shoulder position. Take a breath. And then add that little jock nod. Lift your chin up as if you're saying, what's up? Release the jock nod. Keep ear to shoulder. And then on your next in-breath, lift your head up. And then you're just going to find your collarbones and you're just going to give a little press, press, press right around the tops of the collarbones. And then a light little tap, tap, tap right around your heart space. And when you're tapping around the heart space, take a nice big in-breath through your nose and listen into the sound of that vibration created from the tapping fingers into your lungs and into your heart space. All right, now take your arms and just give them a good bigger shake, 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 like you're shaking the water off your arms. And then take it down into your leg. Give one leg a good shake, 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 shake. Get everything livened back up, ready for the rest of the day. And then take it over to your other leg and give it a good shake, 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 shake. And then as much of your waist and your belly and your chest as you can get, shake, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And then let it all come to stillness. And just for a moment, notice how your body feels. We're going to fold forward, come up and do a standing good morning stretch. But if you'd rather take your good morning stretch in your chair, do what feels good. If it feels nice, fold forward towards the ground. Lift your butt up away from your seat. Keep a good bend in your knees. Pull your abdominal muscles in. Slow roll your way up to standing and then take it into that yawning, reaching stretch from your feet to your fingertips. Take that nice big inhalation. And then as you exhale, everything softens and you give it all, shake out the Etch-a-Sketch. I bow to you. You guys are amazing. Happy Wednesday.